Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking to my friends off set here before the camera kicked in and we're ready to roll. We have an incredible show for you today because we like to help those organizations doing amazing things. So I was telling I'm shouting you out. So I'm doing it right now. She's pointing at me. You point at me, I point at you. You're way more important than me, Joan. In the building is Joan Kamlos. Did I say that? Hi, she's off set. You can hear her. The mics are pretty good in here. $10 million for these mics.
Ooh.
Or less. And so Flooring Systems. Incorporated.
Flooring Systems outlet store.
Outlet store. She runs the outlet store. Her son has Flooring Systems. Together, they've come together, and we have some help to sponsor what's going on here today. And if it wasn't for Joan, her website we had up, I will pull it up here. There it is.
Flooring Systems has a website. I don't.
Right, Jones does. And I'll put that on the TV wall here in a second. We'll share that in a minute. Is that cool?
Okay.
All right, we'll come back to that. So with that, in the building, we have the principal, ladies and gentlemen. The principal was always your pal, Principal, right? Not pull. Right. We all have principles that we must
you need a pal.
Believe in and stand for, but you want your pal as your. I learned that one a long time ago. Was that a good one? I learned that at a Lutheran school.
Lutheran school.
I went to Lutheran school, a Lutheran school. I went to Lutheran South, I was about to say, but I went to Our Savior Lutheran, and it's up on the wall right now. We actually have. Behind us is, and I should have known what I was doing there. There is on the wall, Flooring Systems. And I'm going to scroll up a little bit. And I did Alt-Tab that to switch that, and I didn't realize it, but there it is. See how you Alt-Tab? It switches between your windows or your windows. And there they are. And Flooring Systems and St. John's Lutheran. So we were talking about it the first go-around. We had a camera malfunction. Cardinal Cowboy's a techie guy, so I figured it out. It's a software issue, but we got it. And that's because Mom and Dad made me go to computer classes during the summer, which is a good idea if you want to get ahead. Is it good? Go to the camps, go to the Bible schools. All of those things help our kids grow and mature and learn. And develop.
Absolutely.
See, this is principles, use the big words. Develop. We're going to shout here, Kally Messer is in the building. Kally, wave. You can wave at everybody. There we go. Kally Messer, she's a friend. She's the daughter of a friend of mine. Holly's in the building. Holly referees like 12 games in a row to do things to help make sure that they got to have a referee for these kids need to play sports. Boy, I'm a big advocate for that.
Absolutely.
If you don't play sports, you're missing out on everything you need to learn in the real world. My mom teaches drama. They're putting together sets. You got to do something that deals with outside of the regular grind we have. But there's Kally, everybody. And Kally is a student at stjohnsarnold.org. It's the website, 636-464-7303. And you guys can see that on the screen. But Kally, why do you like going to St. John's Lutheran in Arnold?
Because we get to learn about Jesus.
Jesus, why do you think Jesus is important to learn about?
So you can have faith in him at times when you need him.
Boy, is that the truth. I don't get particularly religious on the show, but since we're talking about it a little bit here, well, I'll share. I believe this. Here we go, everybody. I'm put it out there, saying it live on television. Here we go. There is one figure that I have been introduced to in my history on this little planet that gives the best model for success and happiness and all around good, what you're going to do for our time that we're here on this little planet, that you want to do well to help people, because if you don't, the alternative, some people say, is very bad. And nobody wants to go there. They want us to do what's right to help people, and that's why you have organizations like we have here that do wonderful work to do that. Principal, I don't want to say Brenda Spieler.
Mrs. Spieler.
Yeah, I want to say Mrs. Spieler. I want to say, but her first name is Brenda. She's the principal. So Principal Spieler, Mrs. Spieler, thank you for coming in and talking to us on the show here today.
You're welcome. It's been an honor to be here. St. John's has been around for 178 years.
We talked about that in there. We have like a pretty long pregame prep. Sometimes it takes longer than others. Get everything configured just the way we want it. And when you talk, Our Savior Lutheran, I think, started in like the 50s. Joan may know. 60s?
Late 50s, early 60s.
Well, okay. There you go. In that ballpark. And that's where I went. And I'm like, okay, so St. John's is probably in that ballpark. No. How much longer? 170.
178 years we've been around educating students.
Wow. Okay, now you got an organization that's really proven. You know, that's 177 years at anything. That's like 2/3 of the history of our country.
That's right.
So,
absolutely.
1776. Do the math. All right. Well, Joan, we've learned a lot from Joan in the background over here. She's going to come on the show here in a minute. We're going to do a separate half hour with her because I wanted to give them all extra airtime here to talk about what they do. But how does your school organization integrate faith? And explain what faith is if you want to for some people. I mean, some people are like, what's faith?
What's faith?
Gotta have faith, the faith.
Right.
Right.
Well, every day our students get to have Bible lessons in the morning. They have devotions. They get to pray every day, and they pray for each other. Kally can tell you they pray for each other. You know, at the end of the day, mom's sick or grandma's sick, someone's hurting, the kids get to uplift each other and pray for each other. We also have chapel every Wednesday, get to worship, and our students get to lead worship as well.
All right, that's a lot. Kally, do you enjoy those things? Do you think that helps you to grow and mature and develop? I like the word develop. Mm-hmm. Tell me about why you enjoy those things, Kally. I'm going to do a long pause here to let you think about it. Tell me. Does it make you feel happy and good about being somewhere?
Yes.
There you go. Do you get to play sports too? What's your favorite sport?
It's either softball or basketball.
There we go. Cardinal Cowboy played basketball with Alan Bennis at Christ Community Lutheran School. I was a starting guard. He was a starting forward. Neither one of us made it into the NBA. Alan made it to the MLB with his brother Andy. We're just talking about Joe knows the family a little bit. But yeah, you get to meet all kinds of friends and people you make friends with for life. Is that kind of neat to make friends playing sports with your favorite friends? What's your favorite position for softball?
Pitcher.
Pitcher. So you're one you're in control and making it all happen. You know how important the pitching role is?
Yes.
Yes, it is. That's a lot of responsibility, but you like it, don't you? Okay, that's cool. Well, tell me then, the enrichment activities, the things that are really good for these kids.
Sure. Well, they have, as you heard Kally mention, we have sports for 3rd grade through 8th grade. We've got after-school activities. Our sports, we do basketball, volleyball. We have boys volleyball as well, and soccer and track and field. That's all our after-school activities. And then we have other things like Legos, which is our STEM activities after school, from enrichment activities that would include performing arts and music. There's just a lot that goes on at St. John's.
Wait a minute, you guys get to play with Legos?
Absolutely.
I love Legos. My dad got me Legos. Parents got me Legos when I was a kid. That was kind of my dad's idea, I think. But Legos make the world go around.
They do.
You can really understand how things fit together and the pieces, and they got to put lined up. Wow, Legos. I forgot to mention, I think during our first run when we had a technical issue, I did mention this. I hope I'm still not in any trouble. No. But I scored that goal. We played one game against St. John's in soccer, because we had a big soccer field in the back of our, back in the day. Now there's a big, what is it, the big church is in there. No, the big gym is there now. Yeah. The church is still there. The gym is there, covered that whole plot. The kids still got to play soccer. Where are they going to play that? I think they can move things around to do that. But I scored the one goal. We scored 1-0. We beat St. John's. Am I in trouble? No, you're good. Okay, all right. Well, this was a good effort on both sides, and it was only 1-0. I think you guys are 99-0 since then.
Of course we are.
So like 99-1 since then. All right. I didn't check the records. I'm just going off. Maybe I'm wrong. Check it out. Go to their website. Everybody. Here's their website on the wall. I'll put this up here for everybody. You can see there is their Facebook page. Some basketball going on right there, and then the other wall right here. Here's the website, and so you can see. I'm going to scroll down a little bit, but take a look at all the fun that they bring. Holy cow, that's a big picture with a lot of people.
Lots of kids.
All the schools came together? Or
no, that's just St. John's.
That's just St. John's?
Yeah,
wow.
That's our little 2-year-olds all the way through 8th grade.
Okay, so yes, 2 to 8.
8th grade, yeah.
Yeah, not 8 years old. 8th grade is 13?
13 and 14.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes. Wow, all right. Well, how do you support the students? I mean, you've got a lot of different learning needs and abilities. Everybody's kids got diverse talents. I'm really bad at like 90% of the things I need to be good at. I am good at producing a TV show. Some people tell me. I don't know if that's true or not. We're working on it. But what else?
Well, we have a resource teacher on staff, and she helps our students who sometimes where learning can be hard for some of our students. She's there to support them and give them encouragement and any modifications that they might need. And then our teachers do a great job of being hands-on with our students and just teaching them where they learn the best.
Kally, have you learned and developed some skills? Or what are you good at? What do you enjoy? What are the things you like about school at St. John's?
The teachers and the students.
You got lots of students you get to be friends with too, right? And that's kind of what I've understand, and I've personally experienced this. I have friends that a long time later, when I was a kid, I graduated high school. We talked about this with Joan. Her kids went to Lutheran South. All of them went to Lutheran South? I went to Lutheran South. A lot of the kids, I grew up at Our Savior, and then we went to Christ Community Lutheran School because for whatever reason they went to 6th grade. They're like, this is we're done with you. If you want to go more than this, you got to go to 7th and 8th grade. We went to, and now they've got 7th and 8th grade. My sister was the first 7th and 8th grade at Our Savior, but I went to Christ Community. That's where Alan Bennis got to play with me on the basketball team. He was really good. I got to play on the same team with him.
Taller than you, Jim.
He was a little taller than me, not much, only like a foot and a half. But I could dribble the basketball pretty well. And then I didn't even play basketball in high school. I played baseball. Alan was going to play on my summer team back in the day, and then he moved to Chicago. And then went to Creighton, and they got a first-round draft pick, first pick for the St. Louis Cardinals back in 1995, I think. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, all those Lutheran connections.
And I still keep in touch with these guys. That was the point there. But Jason Graves, Mike Becker, Dave Carpenter, all these kids, friends that I went to school with, we're still friends.
Yeah.
They like to be able to brag about the fact that they know the Cardinal Cowboy. Or that they say, stay away from that guy. He's kind of a crazy guy. He's too much fun for everyone to handle all at once. Which might be true, right? I have a lot of fun. God wanted me here. That's why I do this. So, how do you support the activities with different learning needs and abilities? We talked about that. What extracurricular activities besides what we talked about?
Oh, we have lots of sports that goes on at St. John's, and then even cross country for our little ones for K to 4. But then we've got musicals. We have our Christmas production. There's just activities upon activities for our kids to stay involved, because learning is more than just the ABCs and your math. It's being connected as a whole family.
Important. Does it make you feel like you're part of a family, Kally?
Yes.
I'm going back to Kally. Tell me, why do you enjoy the activities? You get to make really good friendships now, don't you?
Yes.
Is that fun? Who's your best friend? If you had to pick one friend you think is your best friend. Or is there 5 best friends? Might be 5 best friends.
There's a lot in that class.
You get along with everybody. Everybody's friends. That's important. I've a good friend of mine say, it's probably my best friend. Well, this week, because we went hung out at this event together, and then my best friends, I have lots of good friends, and that's important to have lots of good friends, isn't it?
Yes.
Kally. That's how we get along in this little planet together. Well, way to go. How does the school foster a sense of community among its students, parents, and staff? I mean, you look at the Maslow hierarchy of needs, which I had to learn at my Lutheran school. That's safety and security is at the paramount. That's where you need that first before you get up to the very top. Why is that so important? How do you help facilitate that?
Well, our community is more than just our students. Our community is also the parents and all those who walk into our church and school. So our ministry is more than just the students. We minister to the parents. We have PTL activities. We have the auction that's coming up. We have trivia nights. We have bingo nights. We have dances for our middle school students. There's just a lot that goes on to build those relationships with our families and build that community.
Tell me about American Heritage Girls. What is American Heritage Girls, Kally?
It's basically like Girl Scouts, but religious. And we get to learn about God and how good He is.
Who's trained her? She's got some excellent speaking skills. You're really good at this, aren't you, Kally? You enjoying being on the show? You're doing a great job. Keep it up. All right. Are there scholarships, financial aid, programs available? What do you guys? How do kids pay for this?
Yeah. Well, so any child who wants to be at St. John's, we make that affordable for them. We have a wonderful group of organizations that support Lutheran schools. LISA is one of them. We have most scholars, and then St. John's Church does a great job as well as supporting any student who wants to be at St. John's with tuition.
It's a good strategy.
Absolutely.
5 days a week at the school, 1 day off during Saturday maybe, some fun activities, and probably playing basketball with the school, or hockey, or do they have hockey?
No, we don't have hockey.
All right, I'll make a couple phone calls for you. We're going to get some hockey over there maybe someday. I didn't play hockey. It's a fun sport. St. Louis Blues. I had Tom Calhoun on our show here. He's the PA guy recently. talk to Tom, see if he can make some connections
There
there.
you
But
go.
we get hockey, but soccer, basketball, softball, baseball for the boys.
No, we have volleyball. For the
Volleyball,
boys,
okay.
and track and field.
And the baseball, there's a lot of summer kids stuff. That's a summer thing a lot of times. I played the high school and the grade school, but that was a summer thing. That's where we got really good. Yeah, let's just do that stuff because that's fun too. Andy Bennis runs or has been running. I think the prospects. I think to talk about. I'll call Andy or I'll call Alan and talk to Andy. I know those guys, but those are great guys, man. Great family, the Bennis family. Talk about a little bit. There's ways you raise money. Auctions are amazing ways to raise money. I've done hundreds of auctions with different organizations.
Yeah.
What is the big auction we've got going on?
Well, our big auctions come up in April 4th. We are still looking for sponsors. If you're interested in being a business sponsor, you can contact us. On the website there's got our email address. You can email us and let us know if you're interested. But just buying tickets and come and having some fun. We have food and drinks and raffles and all kinds of other activities that will help promote St. John's Lutheran Church and School. And then we use those funds to help with our scholarships for our students.
Okay, what kind of activities, what kind of fun will you have there at the auction this year? And what other experiences will people have?
Sure. Well, we have the live auction, which is we're auctioning off trips to Hawaii or Ireland.
Wait a minute, I got to get on camera for that one. What? Ireland,
yeah.
Hawaii, what? All right.
Absolutely. And then green box tickets to the Cardinals, which is huge.
Green box, otherwise known as the green seats.
Green seats.
I bet you I know where you got a connection for that. Way to go. That's pretty cool.
I know, it's huge. It includes parking too.
Parking is an important thing. I got my connection with patios. They let me park in their parking lot over there. We work with each other to help promote the good things going on with the Cardinals. The green seats are right next to
Right
patios,
there.
right? Yeah, you come in at gate 2, everybody. Not gate 1. Not gate 3. Not gate 4, not gate 5, gate 2. Is that what I did there? I did that. Gate 2. All right. Got to promote our champions who've done a lot of work to make the St. Louis city an awesome city. All right. So lots of stuff that goes on there. You've got auctions proceeds have been benefited the school. You've done this in the past.
We have. So we do our school auction every 2 years. So this year is the year we have our auction, and we're going to have it at Orlando's Banquet Center, and then those proceeds, some of them will go to scholarship needs for some of our students, and then other big ticket items we use to improve our school. So to help increase security upgrades, to help increase and promote other upgrades in our classes. I mean, last year the auction funds went to creating our pre-K 2 classroom, all those things that you need to help those little 2-year-olds.
Start them off at 2 years old. That's because we had pre-kindergarten, but that was like 4 and 3.
Yep.
Now they go down to 2.
2.
Right. So you're taking care of your child for 1 year on your own, maybe.
Right.
And then you got some help from that age on until they're 87. You're still helping take care of people, right? That's what we do at the Lutheran schools. All right. Are there opportunities for parents and organizations, local businesses to contribute? I mean, I can only imagine.
Yeah,
you got a lot of business in this world. That's the way the world works.
Yeah.
And these businesses will donate, contribute, and it's a tax benefit right off.
It is, right. It's a tax benefit for businesses. And like I said, the businesses can still sponsor to help get their name out for businesses too. To help, because we'll have hundreds of people there at our auction.
A lot of people don't understand when you do charitable things, it's actually a business tactic, if you will, to promote your business, and then people go, "Oh, they do good work, and they're good people because they're helping good organizations." I get my pencil out for that one. Take note, everyone. A lot of people do understand this. Talk to your tax accountant. If you don't have one, call me. I've got 6 of them. I know. I had a tax issue recently, and it was on the weekend, but all 4 of them got it. Out of 5 got to me back right away, and the 5th one got me. He says, "I'm sorry to get back to you Monday." When you have good relations with people, they'll call you back on the weekends. And the point is, sometimes you need to write things off before the end of the tax year.
That's right.
There are reasons to make sure you donate because you get to decide where the money goes. Otherwise, the government, by law, you have to pay those taxes, and if you're not going to donate it for a tax write-off, you're going to give it to the government, which may not necessarily be a bad thing, but hey, at least you get to choose where it goes.
Right.
If
That's
you do
right.
it that way. Right. That's a cool way to do it. Note. You guys agree with me on that one,
Yeah,
right?
take a note.
Okay, take note on that one. All right, so what can attendees expect during this event? What's going to be going on at this thing that's going to make
we're
it
going to have a pre-party going on.
Oh.
Drinks included.
What kind of drinks?
Well, it depends on what you like.
Okay. But all adult beverages
Uh-huh.
or only kids beverages? Okay. Cool.
Adult beverages are
Okay.
included.
All right. As long as you're 21, that's fine.
right.
You
That's
got to be
right.
21 though.
Correct.
Right, okay.
And then dinner and live mute, like I said, the live auction, silent auction, raffles, and then we'll have a post party too with a DJ.
Wow, Kally, how excited are you about all of this? This sounds like this is going to be a heck of an event. Are you going to be there? Are you and your mom going to be there? Probably. Okay.
Yeah.
But you excited they're doing this event? Why are you excited that they're having this event?
So we can make money for kids who can't afford going to the school.
So, why do you guys? How does that work? Is everybody get taken care of? Explain that for me a little bit. Kally just put us on something kind of important there. Principal Spieler.
Sure.
Everybody gets taken care of.
Yeah, we
Is that
want
how it
everyone who wants Lutheran education to be able to afford it. So, like I said, like Kally said, the auction money helps with those scholarship needs.
I gotta guess. I'm putting the wide camera shot here. I need knuckles on that one. Good job. Way to go, Kally. Good work. All right. So, a lot of fun and great events there. We've got a few minutes left here to talk a little bit about what's your favorite subject at school, would you say, Kally? If you had to pick one of your favorite thing to learn about, and it's usually there's like 8 or 10 different classes. I don't know, things you can study. What's your favorite?
Probably science, because I love discovering new stuff about the world.
Science. I like that. And a lot of times there's people that, and I'll bring this up for us as one of my little points of interest. There's science. And then people are like, oh, there's science in the world, and then there's God. But really, science is kind of the way God made it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
People need to think about that. They're like, oh, this is the science. But God made the science, and they come together. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Is that right?
And we have the opportunity to share that at St. John's. How God has created us all and how those all work together.
Yeah, some people get the things, they're like, science and God are separate. No, and I don't, well, let me tell you how it's pretty obvious if you really analyze it. But that's pretty cool. So they teach you science and then math and reading and spelling and history. Anything else you like in those classes? Anything else? What class did I miss that you like? Anything? Gym?
Yeah.
We like our gym, don't we? That's pretty cool. All right. Are there any special projects or assignments that you particularly enjoy, and that maybe Principal Spieler can tell us about too? What's your favorite projects? Things that you like?
So in science, we did a slideshow, and we got to pick one element off the periodic table and make a slideshow out of it.
What? You guys are talking about the elements that like zinc and silver and how many elements are there? There's a couple hundred now.
118.
118. Okay, they haven't found as many as that. The zinc. All these elements are very important for what God used to make the world, right? I think that's what I think. Is that fair? I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the way it works. Well, that's pretty cool that they teach you all of that stuff. So you get to learn everything about what you need to know, and then some things about God and religion. You get some religion. Do you have religion class too?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're covered the whole thing here.
She's also a very impressive drummer as well.
What? Give me a beat. Oops, I'm hitting too loud with my rings, aren't I? All right. I'm not a very good drummer, but I can get the beat. Here, we'll do it like this.
Yeah. There you go.
All right. But you can do the whole beat and everything. And so, why is the drumming so important for a song?
I want to be like my mom in drumming.
Oh, is your mom drummer? Is mom drummer? Oh, way to go, Mom. All right. Yes, music is so important. Yeah, I get into that too. I wish I was a better musician. Piano? You do a little piano too? There we go. I quit piano. I shouldn't have quit. My sister still teaches piano. She teaches piano now. She's an amazing piano teacher, and she's a teacher, a reading specialist. So, is reading important? Reading too, of course.
Yeah, you should ask her about the book she just read and the
what book did you read?
Field trip they went on.
What was that, Kally?
There's this book called Hatchet, and it's where this boy got stranded. And we went on a field trip on like a trail, and we got to like discover what it was like. We got to like eat stuff like there was persimmons.
Everything. So you're kind of like how to survive out there in the real world if you're out in the wilderness. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I go down to a little cabin we have at a secret location, and it's just God and me and the river and some of my friends, and we really just to get away from everything. And there's no cell phones.
Yep.
Even though sometimes I bring mine just to play the music, but you can't even connect to the cell phone towers because we're so far away. But it's just fun being close to nature and all that. And all that, right? Do you think?
Yes.
Pretty cool. All right. Kally here, ladies and gentlemen. I know why they brought her in here to talk. She knows what she's doing. She knows what it's about, and she's learning every day. Is that true?
Yes.
All right. Very cool. All right. So, special projects we talked a little about. What are some of the ways you learn about your Christian faith when it comes down to what is faith to you, or tell me what that means about what do you like about Christianity or being a Christian?
That I get to talk to God and He will answer your prayers.
That's true, isn't it? Principal?
Yeah.
Spieler? Did I say it right?
You did.
All right. Why is that important for these kids, do you think?
Well, in the society that we live in now, things are hard. It's hard for our kids. It's hard for our students. Just to have that higher power that they know that God will listen to them and hear them is huge. It's important.
I'll give you a quick example because I've got hundreds of these that have happened to me now. But when you're doing good and you're working within the system that's in place that God created, I really believe this. And somebody has any questions for me, call me. I'll walk you through it. But I'll give you one quick example. Two I can give you, but I'll do this one. Let's just pick one. Here, we're going to do the first one. Got a minute and a half left. I went into a car dealership to talk to them about potentially being a sponsor and helping me with what I do. Because I've been doing this for a long time, and it's been fun. I walked in, the guy came over to me, goes, hey, I went to see my buddy Mike who worked there. But before I got done talking to Mike Ingalls, shout out to you. They came over, and this guy walked over to me. I forget his name, but he goes, I go, man, I'm trying to get to meet some of the, I won't say the name of the company or whatever, because it turned out we're something we're still working on. But I go, hey, I want to meet. He goes, we know who you are. We've already talked to the people. They're expecting you at the corporate office over there. I went up to the corporate office. Another friend of mine answers the door. I didn't know he worked there. He comes in and let me make that connection to make sure it happens for you. The hair stands up on my arms when I talk about this. Those are the things that happen, I think, if you're doing good and working within a system. And those aren't accidents.
No.
Those are things that divine intervention, they call it. You think you have a special connection with God and with our world, Kally?
Yes.
Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We had another awesome half hour. That's it, everybody. It goes quick, doesn't it?
Yeah.
15 hours to set up. Not quite. Joe knows what we're talking about. She's here. She's up next, everybody. We're going to talk about them and Joan's business as a sponsor here. FlooringSystemsInc.net. They're on the wall. We'll be back, everybody. Giddy up.